Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lexi and today we're here with a flip through of my 2023 reading journal. This year, just like in previous years, I've gone with a journal from Notebook Therapy. I do also have a code there, it is Lexy10. I really love these journals and I'm so happy with how this one came out. So let's jump straight into this video. The first page in my journal is my 2023 reading journal cover page. As you can see, this just sort of sets out my aesthetic. It's very scrapbook-like. And I've used a few stickers from Redbubble as well. The next page, so page on the left, is my 2023 reading goals. I write out different goals each year and try to tick them off as I go on. On the right side, we've got my 2023 achievements. A lot of this has to do with my Bookstagram. The next page is the 23 to read in 2023. As you can see, I definitely could have done better on this, but I am proud of what I read this year. I did read 52 books, and adjacent to that we have my purchases. So I did stop tracking this in, I think, October, so there probably is a few new books, but I haven't put them in here. Another page I set up was this collections page. We also have an anticipated releases calendar. Of course, I had to include my top 5 of the previous year and my previous year's Goodreads statistics. I've always laid this page out like this, but let me know if you have ideas of how I could do this differently for the 2023 in my 2024 journal. Next was the alphabet challenge, and really impressed with this again. So I got to 18 out of 26. The idea with this one was to cross it off every time I read a book, but as you can see, I did lose interest in that. I probably won't repeat that spread, and I did make an unhaul spread as well, which I think should be next to the purchases. Now we get into the monthly spreads. So for this month, I went with a Cinderella theme. This is the month where I went to the Cinderella musical and I read Cinderella is Dead. The second page is always the books. I set this out the same every year and every month. So we start off with the date that I read the book, the title, the author, the stars. Then we have space for a mini review, page number, and the type of book. So whether it was a physical book, an audiobook, or an ebook. And this is just the spread that works for me. I love it. I've used it for the last few years. Then normally after this spread is where I have spreads dedicated to different books or series. But as you can see, in January I didn't do any. So onto the February spread. Obviously with February being Valentine's Day, we have a bit of a love theme. We have this romance book club sticker from Divine Pages & Co. Oh, I also forgot to mention I do the stats. So on here we have total physical, total pages, total audio, total hours, favorite book, event, and the year's book so far. It's just a nice little overview for each month. Again, the same spread. This is just with the books I read in February. Oh my god, I cannot believe how much I read in February. Oh, and then here we have some of those individual book spreads. So obviously we have Cinderella is Dead on this side, and we have Gilded and Cursed on the other. These are both really pretty. I do really like how these turned out. The next spread that we have here is March. It is obviously a Wizard of Oz theme. I will put the name of the artist of this on here now. I've forgotten it at the moment, but she's really great. Obviously, I've forgotten to fill this out as well. Please ignore. Again, this was another really good reading month. I obviously got through so many books. So this spread here is some pictures from when I went to Barnes & Noble in America last year. And I've glued in the wrapping paper from Book Bounce here as well. So Book Bounce is a really awesome company that rehomes secondhand books. I will pop their info up on the screen and in the description box. Definitely check them out if you're in Victoria or even just their online store. Onto this page, we've got the We Were Liars Family of Liars books here. I did read the second one this year. And on this side, we have a little spread dedicated to Daisy Jones and the Six. Moving on to April, and Easter was in April this year. Again, this was a pretty good reading month. I've also added some paper here as well. I really like this May spread. I think this is super cute. We have Upper Airlines up here, so adorable. And this was quite a short reading month. In May, I was preparing for my European holiday, so I do believe that would be why there was so minimal books read. This is probably one of my favorite pages in the journal. So we've got Once Upon a Broken Heart and The Ballad of Never After. I am very excited to read the third book. I do have it now, but I haven't read it yet. It's on my list for 2024. Then this is a bit of a different spread. These are all the books I read in June and July. So in July we did have the plus size readathon, and in June I was away on holidays. So that's why this one's a bit different. I do really like this spread though, and I do think I might use it again in 2024. Again, August was a big month. This one's also a bit different of a spread. It's just more of like a cover page and then the books I read with the star ratings and the reviews. Here we've got a yellow face dedicated spread because I really did enjoy that book, and then also one for Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Again, a book I really loved when I read it. Then we also have a Get in My Swamp spread. This was definitely so that I could use the tag from my Peter Alexander pajamas with something. And I glued in this Harry Hartog bookmark that I got when I visited the shop, and we have a little Polaroid. Now we get sort of back to the normal layout. I definitely had recovered from the holiday and was getting back into the swing of things. I read a couple of books in September, nothing too major. Then of course my favorite month, October. I love the spooky season. This one I believe is up on my channel as well if you do want to see how I created this spread. And we've got the books for October. And onto November. I do really love this fairy spread. I think it's very whimsical, very cute. Again, I didn't bother filling in the stats. These were my November books. And the final month of the year, December. I do again really love this one as well. Most of these stickers and the washi tapes are from Amazon, and this is paper from last year's Christmas crackers. And this is my books read for December. So I did print these out. I just got a HP sprocket and I printed these book covers from there. So they're a bit shiny because they print out on sticker paper, but I'm really excited to use the sprocket in my 2024 journal. And that's the end. That is all of my spreads for the year. Be sure to leave me a comment with which month you liked the best. I definitely think May and December are my favorite spreads. And let me know if you have any ideas for specific spreads that I should do in 2024. I'm really looking forward to setting up my reading journal soon, and I'll be sure to share some of that content on here as well. Don't forget to give this video a like if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back and talking to you guys in the next video. Bye!